Boy, this has got to be on an automatic filter or something because I have not been doing any videos because I have been sick and there's been a lot going on and I don't look good. I do not look this good. But I've been starting to feel better and I'm starting to rant about things. So I've got all these different rants that I've been doing. Just around the house and stuff. And I think my husband is getting tired of hearing them, so I'm gonna have to start ranting on here. But there are so many things going on lately, it's been hard to keep up. Part of the reason that I am not feeling good is because of the fires. You guys have heard about the fires in Texas. Well, we are in the Oklahoma panhandle, and yes, there have been fires up here too. Thankfully, it hasn't been as bad as 2017. I'll put it that way. If you go back and look at 2017 fires, March 6th, 2017, you will see that many millions of acres, much happened. Much happened. And I have tried to post on this platform various goings on with the evil doers and things like that, but I got that from somebody else. It's just great, whenever you're spelling doers a little bit differently. Anyway, because in 2016, the year before, our lovely Oklahoma Senator Inhofe tried to pass a bill in Congress that was evildoer-ish. And it did not pass, supposedly, but it's very interesting to me that the very next year he was out here telling us how sorry he was that that our trees were, well, he didn't say it this way, but yeah, our trees were burning slowly, cooking from the inside out. We had beautiful old cottonwoods suddenly exploding in pastures weeks after the fire. Lots of interesting stuff, and this is for in entertainment purposes only. TikTok, you don't need to take this one down too. So anyway, there's been a lot of smoke going around. Our family is okay. Our second daughter with the new baby did have to evacuate for a little while, and is that bothering you guys? It's crazy. I know. Her father-in-law, they did have to evacuate, and some of her father-in-law's land got burned. So they evacuated for the day. Their sister went and got them. So everybody in our family is okay, and most of our neighbors and everything, they're okay. They've lost, livestock and stuff, but there's been a lot of smoke, there's been a lot of wind, so there's a lot of dust because it's dry. and then we had a cold front hit right in the middle of all of this that was going on. Nobody's talking about this that I know of. Has anybody said anything about the cold front? I watched it on the satellite radar coming down. I watched the cold front come down, and it slammed into us, and the temperature went from up in the 80s to down in the 50s in a matter of moments, and I felt it. Thank you, lupus. And yeah, so voila. Smoke, dust, massive cold front, then it gets hot again. Yeah, so I've been setting, and of course, I was stressed out because, PTSD on top of CPTSD from childhood trauma. Fun. Thank you, Dr. Caroline Leaf, for much healing, but I still have a long way to go. So, prayers for us and our neighbors and stuff, because we just need lots of rain. So, the Canadian people, this is basically the second time that area has done it. The last time the fire in Texas, while we were dealing with what we had up here, the fire in Texas was closer to the Perryton area. And if you know the books, the Hank the Cowdog books, John Erickson's ranch is down there, and he lost everything. He lost everything. And he's always been a big friend of the homeschoolers out here. And he would host picnics, big homeschool picnics, all day, big homeschool picnics for the homeschoolers. And he encouraged our oldest daughter in her writing. And he's an amazing man. Wonderful, wonderful Christian man. So anyway, lots going on. It's very interesting that the dementia man that is supposedly in the House of White did say, supposedly on TV, I mean, I saw a clip of it, that there was one house that had the correct roof on it down there that is still standing. So that's interesting. You know, we talked about, because we need a new roof this year, so we're trying to save up money for a new roof. We're not going to do the TARDIS blue. As much as we like TARDIS blue, I feel like those people really aren't any safer than anybody else. They may know something that other people, that their neighbors didn't know, but generally speaking, they're still getting the same stuff sprayed over the top of them as the rest of us. They're still inundated with the same packaged food that the rest of us, quote unquote food, and everything else that the rest of us are. And those bright, shiny roofs are just going to make good targets later on. So, yeah, I'm not interested in that. I'm thinking reinforced hobbit holes. I'm thinking our land needs to turn into a little hobbit village. I really do. Hobbit lifestyle, totally for me. I'm just thinking we need to start digging. On top of this, there have been a few pipelines here lately. The pipelines out here are way old. They're probably older than we think they are. But I won't go down the Tatarian thing right now. But pipelines have been exploding up here too. I mean, come on. And I say up here, some of you guys may be up north of us, but out here, you know, Oklahoma Panhandle-ish area. Yeah, so we got pipelines bursting their bubble as well. So all kinds of fun, interesting stuff. So if you think the fires are, yeah, there's a lot. We've had a, we're assuming it's a Google plane, buzzing our house almost constantly for the last 2 days. I mean, they're doing it again today. They've got a little camera on the side of the wing, on the strut, and they're not on flight radar. I was able to find them on the flight aware, the number, and it just kind of tells where they are and where they were at last, supposedly, because they're flying so low, they're not showing up on the radar. But Paul got some pictures. We've got the number of the plane and everything, and looked them up, and we're assuming they're trying to get some new pictures of, you know, satellite imagery to put on Google Maps or something. Anyway, that's my coffee talk for this morning. I'm still here. Hopefully I'll be back to some more interesting videos soon.